What's up, guys? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this, I want to break down what's happening with Tesla SPY in the overall markets. But please note that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And don't forget to smash the like button. It not only benefits me, it benefits the entire community as a whole. So, anyways, let's talk about the market. What on earth is going on? What is my opinion about how things are going on? So, Tesla is holding up decently. We're up 0.6%, just stuck within this range, just a little bit above the 122 support right now. And then SPY is just kind of shuffling at this 560 area. The market is shuffling, but I do want to give you guys a warning about it. So what happened was we got the FOMC minutes, and the data was quite good, right? So the Fed is basically telling us that they're most likely going to be cutting rates in September, and the market's pricing that in. So the market got a positive reaction to this, only to start slowing down as time went on. And the market is fully pricing in a rate cuts. There's a 38.5% chance we get a 50 basis point cuts and a 61.5% chance to get a 25 basis point cut. So we'll see how things go. The market's liking that, and the market saw a very, very decent reaction to this. So the question is now, even though the market did push a little bit, it's quite clear and quite evident that resistance is getting very, very tough for the markets. Now, in my opinion, I think that it is possible we go a little higher. It still is a possibility. But I'm starting to think that with the bearish divergence developing on our RSI, not to mention on our other indicators, with volume decreasing in value, and with the price action we're seeing with the VIX starting to climb, this oftentimes signals the market is getting ready for a top. And I think that we might be forming a top soon. Now, either the top is in for SPY around this 562 area, or if the top isn't in, we could go a little higher, get very close to all-time highs, but we could be forming kind of like a giant cup and handle on SPY, or we could be looking for, a nice little top to form. I think it's very, very likely that's going to be the case. We have some more data coming out tomorrow. We have the PMI reports 15 minutes after the market opens. We'll see what reaction we get from that. And then we also have Jerome Powell giving a speech on Friday. So we have some more catalysts coming out. But I personally think that what's going to happen is we might be forming a top soon. I think that's the market may top between 562 and 564 on SPY. The top may be in or it may not be in. We're forming these wicks that make me a little bit apprehensive. But with the big bearish divergences and the tough resistance we're at, it makes me suspect that there might be a pullback coming. Now, could we push more? It's possible we go a little bit higher. Okay, it is still possible, but the pullback might be coming very soon. I'm not saying it's coming now. I'm not saying it's coming tomorrow. I'm saying we may be in the process of topping right now. Right now, SPY is range bound, by the way. We have resistance currently at 562. That's very tough. And our support is currently around this 560 area. We're kind of stuck right now. But I just want to give you guys a warning about how I see things developing. For other factors out there like Tesla, okay? Tesla's doing a decent job at holding up. But my only concern is the fact that we had this high up here at 228. We came down. We're making lower highs. So it's kind of struggling to get back above 225. If we get back above 225 tomorrow, we could turn back up. So it is possible Tesla tries to bounce. But if we get a rejection and the whole market dips and Tesla fails to break that resistance, we could remain in this range and make our way back down to 220, if not lower. So you want to be very careful with Tesla. We got to break 225 to remain bullish. Otherwise, there is a risk of us potentially falling. If Tesla were to hypothetically start dipping and we lose, let's just say we lose like 220, the market drops. If that were to happen, okay, it's okay because Tesla's still on an uptrend. We're still holding this big white trend line down here that's slanted. We're still holding supports, and this could still be a giant cup and handle. So I wouldn't necessarily turn too bearish. This could also be like an inverse head and shoulders. Tesla's doing completely fine, guys. I'm not really too worried about it. But the only question is, will we get a temporary dip or not? We're still trying to determine that. Will we pump a bit more first? Right now, we're on an uptrend and we're about to test some resistance. So we're going to give it some time. But I am a little bit concerned about the markets. We might be forming a top soon that could slow things down for Tesla. So we'll just have to wait on that. For now, Tesla's range bound, and we're going to be watching to see how well it holds at resistance. For ES, we're kind of flat right now. As you guys can see, we're stuck within the range. We're trying to hold our supports way down here around this 5,600 area. And resistance at 5,650. We're kind of stuck in the middle. We may just remain in the middle for the time being, so give that some time. For Nvda, we have resistance at 130. We have support at 126. We're stuck in the middle. We'll see if we could break 130 or not. If we can't break that high, this could be a sign that this is going to reverse and start dipping a little bit lower. So we have to break 130 to remain bullish. If we don't, Nvidia may dip, so be careful with that. With Bitcoin, we're trying to push right now, but just be mindful of the fact that resistance is getting tougher at the 62,000 area. And the fact that when you really zoom out of Bitcoin, you guys can see we're actually technically on a downtrend for now. So I'm saying, like, right here, if you look at this, we're still making lower highs on Bitcoin. We had highs in the 70,000 area, came down, hit 70,000 again, came down. We're making lower highs, so just be careful with this. And the last time we hit 62,000, we did reject on Bitcoin, so I want to be very, very careful. For others out there, like the QQQ, we're looking bullish. We're trying to push higher, but I do want to mention that resistance around this 485 area is tough. If we could break that, we could get very close to the 490 area. But like I said before, I'm not too confident it's going to go much higher. It might hit resistance, and then we could be looking for a reversal soon because I'm still seeing these bearish divergences developing. So, like right here, if you look at the MACD, we're declining, whereas the chart is going higher. And resistance is pretty tough, so I'm going to give that some time. For Aapl, we are looking kind of choppy right now. We're still stuck between 226 and 227. Whichever way we break will determine the big move. So we just have to wait and see where this is going to go. So I'm being very patient with this. With IWM, same thing. We're trying to push right now. Look for 216 as resistance. If we break that, we push for basically the 216.6 area, then 217. If we don't break 216, look for a dip back down to 214. So I'll be watching for that. For Amazon, we're trying to hold above this 180 area, but just notes that Amazon has a large bearish divergence developing. So we're going to be watching to see if we get a rejection. If we end up losing 179, we could dip. If we hold at support, we could end up holding up. So just be careful with these risks I'm seeing. Meta is trying to push, but just know that at 537 to 540 is a tough resistance. We haven't broken that yet. We're still kind of stuck in this range. It does look like it might try to push for 537 again, but we'll see if we reject. So far, it's doing a decent job at holding up. Microsoft has been trying to push. It's fighting some tough resistance at 425. We haven't been able to crack the level yet. So we'll see if we break that or not. If we don't break it, we could dip closer to 420. And if we do break it, we'll be fine. Google is shuffling between its EMAs at 168 to 166. We're going to give that some time as well just to see how things develop. But I just wanted to call out, guys, that the market is not looking that great to me. I think that we could push higher, sure. I never said the top is in yet, but I'm starting to suspect that we could be in a topping process, meaning if we do go a little bit higher, is it really advantageous to start buying the market at these high levels, or would it be more advantageous to sell? That's your decision. But I just want to say that the market is becoming risky at these higher levels. That's what I personally am starting to believe, looking at these signals. And then for Tesla, we're holding up very well, but I really want to see it break 225 to remain bullish. So far, my warning to everyone is that we have this high here. We could be establishing a lower high, and there's a possibility of us dipping if we don't break the highs, such as like 225 and such. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm optimistic. I'm hoping Tesla gets bought back up and continues to push. We are still looking like we want to push higher on Tesla, but we haven't broken critical resistance to remain bullish. So we have to give it some time. We're just stuck within a range for now. All right. So that's what my warning is for everyone. We'll see how things go. I'll give you guys a more meticulous update in just a couple of hours, but just be careful with Tesla in the markets, and I'll see you guys very soon on the next one. Thank you for listening. The market could be forming a top soon. This may affect Tesla, so be prepared. And I'll see you guys again for another update. Thank you for listening, and peace out.